tell me about the education that you gave me in the invention of the dually yesterday. The two tires.
Well, the dually, the whole purpose of the dually was so back when they first started transporting with trucks, it's back in the day, you may go, it take 100 to 200 miles before you found another place to get tire service or any kind of service. And so that's where they came up with the dually. If you got a flat, the one tire would carry the other. And so that way you can limp on to the next truck stop, which might be because back in the days, they weren't everywhere. They were far apart. And that way you can limp on to the next service and get your tire repaired.
And that's how you were able to drive 50 miles with a blown tire yesterday.
Well, and that's why I would never have super singles. So, because you have a super single, and you get a blowout, you're done. You ain't going anywhere. But if you have a blowout on duals and you can limp your truck, and you've got to stay 45 miles per hour. You can't be going slower than 45 because that's the minimum speed limit. But if you can maintain 45 miles per hour and limp on down the road and you are not slinging rubber all over the place, then yeah, you can get on down the road. And that's what I did. I wasn't slinging rubber. It was a virgin tire. It wasn't coming apart. And if it would have torn my fenders off. But no, it had a blowout and it was staying together, and I was able to maintain 45. I tried to get it done closer, but people were wanting $600, $800 for a tire. And I didn't want to spend $600, $800 for a tire that would be a mismatch because I'm planning on buying a set here real quick. I would have did it back when I did the repairs on the truck, but because it cost me so much money, I was out of money to buy them. So anyway, I'll be getting them before the first snow because I don't want to be in the snow without a good set of tires on them drives.
So you said that by the time you got to where you got the tire, because you had to drive on it, it was completely worthless, obviously.
It was worthless the second it blew out.
How did you come up on that gator? That had to have really taken you by surprise.
Well, I explained it. So I seen the gator and I dodged the gator. Well, as soon as I did, I grabbed the mic and said, "Watch out for the gator in the road." And I said mile marker, and when my hand went up there and grabbed the microphone, my hand blocked the view as it was coming to my mouth, and at that very moment the mic got up to my mouth, I saw the gator, but at that point it was too late. And it was a full-size gator. It was the whole gator. Everybody out there drives a truck, they're that big, and they could be about that long because they go all the way around. And it was the full gator. And there was no dodging it. I had a car next to me. I couldn't swing out, and so I just had to hit it. And I have a light bar at the bottom of my bumper, and it ripped that light bar down. And boom! And I said, well, and I just kept on going. But 10 minutes later, it went, pooh! I guess it had damaged the sidewall on that inside dually tire, and just took a few seconds, and it went out.
So what do the people behind you in traffic do for something like that? I
don't know, Ruthie. I can't speak for people behind me in traffic.
Okay, so if you're behind somebody that runs the gator, if you're behind somebody, have you
Somebody runs a gator?
Well, you know what I mean.
Somebody runs over a gator.
Have you ever been behind somebody that had...
Well, sure, and that's why you always want to have plenty of distance between you. That's one thing I've noticed, and I wasn't always, but I made reference to it many times on the radio. Gotta hurry up and get up on that bumper. Gotta hurry up and get on that bumper.